Hello and welcome to Quick Trick by Trickster Games. My name is Rick, and today we will be picking up where we left off from last week's pilot episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That being said, be warned that there would be possible major spoilers for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well as possible upcoming Marvel projects. That out of the way, let's dive right in. First off, I want to say that the second episode is so awesome. It has some great action sequences that we will get into later. I also want to say that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier seems to be headed to a direction towards a Captain America into the Captainverse. Because in this episode we get several iterations of Cap from Sam Wilson, Bucky Barnes, John Walker, Isaiah Bradley, and even Eli Bradley. The latter two we will get into in a bit, but for now, let's start at the beginning. The episode starts up in a bit of an intro to John Walker. We get to see that he was a soldier in fit physical condition. He seems to be filling in the role that Steve had back in World War II, which is a poster boy for the army, right? He got the full Captain America treatment. He was even given a rendition of the Captain America theme, which was first seen in the Captain America, the First Avenger, right? So there was a rendition of that song playing as he ran across the stadium because he was going through an interview with Good Morning America. We also see him during a clip of him, anyways, of him flinging the shield around and having it bounce back to him. After seeing this, I initially thought that he was enhanced in some way, but we later learned that he isn't. So he's just a human in fit form, right? I guess as durable as you can be, as strong as you can be, as fast as you can be without being powered. So that's what we learn about him. We learn that Walker seems to be like a nice dude for now. Hopefully he would stay as a nice dude because he does seem nice. One thing that I would say is that Walker has a bit of a nerve because he acts as if he's very close and familiar with Steve, Bucky, and Sam, even though he hardly knows them, and technically he's a stranger to them. So yeah, a bit of a nerve there. I liked that his character is nuanced, where he really wants to join forces and be friends with Sam and Bucky, even though the duo isn't receptive of his friendship and offer to help. So yeah, I like that. We also learn that the Flag Smashers are indeed enhanced, and there was a great action sequence of them fighting on top of a lorry, where Sam and Buck clash with the Flag Smashers. The duo were overpowered since all of the Flag Smashers were enhanced. Luckily, Walker and Hoskins were tracking the duo via Red Wing, and they were able to provide backup. I liked how Hoskins were swinging around, kicking people. It seems that Hoskins isn't armed, but Walker is. So Walker is packing a gun, but Hoskins or Battlestar was just hand fisting the Flag Smasher. So yeah, that's what happened there. And since three of them were not powered, they got their ass handed to them. As I watched the scene, I noticed that Sam and Bucky are also not carrying firearms no more. Sam does have some firepower tucked into Red Wing, but other than that, Walker is the only one that has a gun. So it presents a bit of contrast or a bit of similarities between the two teams, right? Only one of them is armed, and yeah. It also has a what do you call this? Contrast between the two teams, because Hoskins and Walker seems to have great chemistry or team chemistry, while Bucky and Sam has some friction, as we see later during the psychologist scene, right? Okay, so after the fight on top of the lorry, we were in. Sam and Bucky needed a lead, so we were then introduced to the Bradleys. I like this part since it mirrors the reality of race relations in America. I know that some people don't want politics in their comic books or movies and stuff, but you have to understand that some comics are deeply rooted out of politics, especially Captain America, since ever since its first issue, which was Cap punching Hitler on the face, it was written to urge the government to join in the war effort. That said, I like that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier has some depth by exploring social commentary. It just adds depth with an otherwise just compelling action series, right? It adds personality, pizzazz, plus it tackles issues that are important today and will be important in the future. So I like that. Anyway, back to the Bradleys. We learn that Isaiah Bradley and others were experimented upon by the government and thus endowing them with superhuman abilities. We learn that he was tasked of hunting Bucky, and then afterwards he was imprisoned for 30 years where he was experimented upon in order to, I guess, recreate the thing that created him, right? Which was a common thing with a lot of Marvel stuff, right? The Hulk was created in order to create a super soldier serum that created Captain America, right? So yeah, it's a common thread. We also get a glimpse of his grandson, who we can assume is Elijah Bradley, who in the comics becomes the Young Avenger Patriot. Like I have touched upon on the previous episode, it seems that we are heading towards a direction of the formation of the Young Avengers team. So I'm really looking forward to this, if that was the case. So we already have Hawkeye, Iron Man, and then here comes Patriot. We also get Speed and Wiccan, right? And then Miss Marvel. Of course, that's an upcoming thing. So yeah, the team is really shaping up. I'm really excited that hopefully this becomes a movie or a series that we can watch someday. So I'm excited for that. Anyways, finally we learn that the Flag Smashers were on the run from the Power Broker. In the comics, the Power Broker is a group that will give you powers in exchange for something in return, akin to what Captain Marvel faced during her movie, right? Wherein the Kree were pretending to give Carol her powers, right? That's what the Power Broker does. He gives you the power. He actually gives you the power, though, but he pretends that you need to keep taking the pill or whatever, right? So that you can keep your powers, and that's what gets you hooked, and that's how he uses that as leverage to make you do his bidding and all that good stuff, right? This is interesting because of a few things. First, one of the doctors that leads the Power Brokers was introduced in the Netflix series Jessica Jones. That was Dr. Carl Malice. Yeah, he was the one that gave Jessica and her mom her powers. So I wonder if they will integrate him into this series, or will they use another member of the group perhaps? My money is on the latter, since there seems to be a divide between the Marvel series that launched before Disney Plus and the series that launched when Disney Plus was launched. Yeah. So again, it's really doubtful that they would take upon that material, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Secondly, in the comics, the Power Broker was the one that gave Walker and Hoskins power. This would be interesting since we know that the Super Soldier Serum enhances what you have inside. We saw this with Johann Schmidt. He was a little bit evil, so it greatly enhanced that. He became Red Skull, and he became a lot evil, right? So evil that his face melted off. And then we also saw it with Steve, right? He was a good man, and that was enhanced. He was just way better, right? So yeah, I wonder what would happen once Walker and Hoskins take the serum. What would it enhance? Would it be the catalyst that would turn them towards evil and become the ultimate villains of the series, or whether it will just power them up and they would remain good guys? That remains to be seen, but hopefully we'll find out more about it in the upcoming episodes. Okay, so at this point, we will go to speculation zones for upcoming episodes, especially the episode that will come out later today. So yeah, last time I was burned on how I predicted Sam and Bucky will meet, but what the hell? Let me give it a shot. Here's what I think will happen. So in this episode, we learned that they would be consulting with Zemo, since they need more intel on super soldiers and Hydra. We know from Civil War that Zemo is a master manipulator. So I think that will be at play in the upcoming episode. I think he will use this as a leverage to get himself free. I think he can either ask Sam or Buck to take him with them to point the lead or something like that. I will lead you to the Hydra base or whatever, right? Something like that. Or he would use the his interrogation rather, as a escape scenario, right? Either you would just like fight his way out or something like that. But I'm guessing it's more of the intellectual side, so I'm going for the former, wherein he will use tactics or divert them and convince them to set him free. So yeah, that's what I think would happen. I seriously doubt that Zemo is a part or even the head of the Power Brokers, since his character is seriously against enhanced beings. We saw that on the trailer. He doesn't want superheroes, right? So I doubt he wants to make more. We also saw in the Civil War, in Civil War, that he's so angry at super individuals or enhanced individuals that he would rather kill them in their sleep rather than use them. So yeah, that's why I have serious doubts that Zemo would be a part of the Power Brokers. Alright. I also think that in episode 3 we will finally cross paths with Sharon Carter. It may be because she learns that they were up to something from Walker or something like that. She overheard it from her agency, whatever agency she is in now, or because she was also investigating regarding the Flag Smashers, and their paths converge somehow. So yeah, that's what I'm betting for on the next episode. Either way, I am excited to see Emily Van Camp join the fray and how she will blend in with the dynamics of Sam and Bucky, right? So that would be fun. They had some especially nice scenes in Captain America Civil War, so I'm excited to see her. Um, Finally, before we go, there is a photo that surfaced of an upcoming action figure of Sam Wilson as Captain America. First of all, the figure looks great. I don't think it's fully posable because of the joints that I see on that action figure. But yeah, anyways, the figure had the logo of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and a redesigned suit with its own wing pattern. And I think the wing pattern looks cool, by the way. It looks really great and awesome, and I can't wait to see it for real. And I can't wait for Sam to don on the red, white, and blue suit and finally take his rightful mantle as Captain America. So yeah, that would be a thing to see, and I'm excited for that. We probably won't see that until its final episodes or something like that, until the very end, like what happened with Wanda, right? We didn't get to see her final form until the final episode and the big encounter with Agatha Harkness. So yeah, can't wait for that. I guess this is it for me. Thank you guys for listening. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content. We try to publish videos weekly, and further along the road, we may publish more. Yeah, but for now, we'll do the best that we can to get these out. Thank you guys again for watching or listening. Yeah, have a great day, and bye bye.